first of all, there's not one human being on earth that has love. Anyone that has anger don't have love, but your nature is not of love. It's an imitation of what the devil makes you think love is. But you have no love to give. You don't have love. It's only when you're born again, your heart changed from anger to love, which is the nature of God living in you, and he will love through you. But your nature got to change too, so you can overcome all that stuff. Right? And it will if you stay with it. And when your nature changes, you now have the nature of God, and God's nature is all love. And when you, with all human beings, no matter who they are, what they're into, what they have done, what. Matter of fact, that meeting I went to the other morning, there were men there and women there that were dressing, acting like men and women. They thought that's who they were until they found out they wasn't, because they had been fighting against it. They were fighting against the devil, getting deeper into hell, believing that was them. But you don't have love to give at all, and no one has love to give you. And when you have God's love, there is no thrill in it because there's no judgment about it. There's no opinion about it. It's not neither good nor bad or anything. And you don't feel it. You just no longer have judgment of anything or anyone, as God is not judging us. God doesn't have one iota of a judgment upon us at all, because in reality, we're all free of all sin. You've just been told that you're not. And the only sin you ever were guilty of was your unwillingness to stop playing God by forgiving, so you can stop planning and having ideas and judging yourself and other people. You were unwilling to forgive. So you get the thrill from love by not having a thrill, which is the nature of God. And love, you know how these people throw out the love word? I love you, okay, bye, I love you. All they're saying is, I hate you. This is for me, it ain't about you. It just feels good to tell you I love you. Tell your mama you love her now. And the kid's like, okay, mom, I love you, but I wish you had to ask for it. But you don't have love to give. When you overcome that abnormal nature, the thrill is gone. No more thrill. Because the nature of God is not about thrill, because it's not our love. And you know that. And it's not something you feel, you can taste it or touch it. You just live in the present. You live by it. You live by it. And the way you overcome all this mess is to know, when Joel was saying that how he was trying to be good, right? That was just an idea. It was just a thought. It was just a thought. And then the world, including your parents, have built all this emotion stuff around a thought. But if he just saw it as a thought, he would just let it pass, and there would be nothing left. You got to overcome thoughts. A thought is just a thought until you make something of it. Sometimes I have to yell at my employees, and I can tell the ones that are taking serious because they start overreacting to it. Oh, he's saying I can't do anything right. He's saying this, but that's not what I'm saying. But the thought of what I said told them that, because it's based on the world. It's based on perception of what I should be and what I should do. And instead of realizing that, people feed into it more than to realize, you know what, I just had a thought. And I'm sitting here building this. This is not me. You are not your thoughts. You're not your feelings. You're not this. You're not that. You're nothing. You don't even exist. The thought of you existing is just a thought. Get rid of the thought. We should not be thinking about anything or feeling anything. If somebody gets sick, you don't need to feel their pain because they're sick. It's enough to just see that they're sick. What good is it doing you to feel something about it? It's enough to, if I call you up and say, oh Lord, my mama died this morning, and immediately you go into, oh baby, I'm so sorry to hear that. You lying. Why can't I tell you my mother died this morning? You're like, oh, okay, where's the funeral? May her soul rest in peace. Why you got to feel something about it? Yes.
Because the world tells you you're supposed to be compassionate.
Now you got to overcome the world. That's right. That's what the world. And that's why every human being going through the same thing, repeating the same thing, doing the same thing, having the same kind of feelings and thought, because they're of the world. The world is hell. The world is not heaven. That's why now that you're waking up, all your phony friends, your phony family members, your phony relationships, they're disappearing because you're overcoming the world. And it feels like dying, and it is, but it's the death of the ego. You are overcoming the world. And that's nothing we can make happen, but the light of the Father is causing that to happen by getting us to stay with Him in the present. Pray without ceasing. I tell people to pray all the time. Most people don't do the silent prayer. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I was in a hurry. Oh, I thought I didn't need it anymore. You thought. I thought I had made it. You thought. And every time you think and you hold on to those thoughts, you listen to the devil. That's why I said sit for 4 minutes in a room. Do your silent prayer. Don't stop that. You get so many thoughts coming. And if you're just watching them, not even expecting them, they'll just go by. They're just thoughts with no meaning. If something happened 100 years ago, it's just a thought. It has no meaning if you just let it pass. You are not your thoughts. You are nothing. You don't even exist. You're just an illusion. You are an illusion. What a mess. And never, ever, ever again ask, how long is this going to last? This is so painful. How long is it going to last? It's going to last a lifetime. You get to the point where you love working on yourself. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Because layers and layers of death is happening. And life is coming forth. It's a lifetime work. Don't just work on it. And when you're tired of working, work some more. When you're tired, like I can't go on, I feel like letting this just go. Work some more. It's working. I remember when we had to chop the field, we had planted the cotton already, then the grass started growing, go out there and chop it. And then it would be so hot, it'd be like almost noon. and we'd be wanting to stop. It's too hot. Mom would be like, it's almost 12 o'clock, come on, let's get the other 3 rows of cotton. Right? And you look up and down the road and look like they're miles away. I'm like, by the time I get here, it's gonna be 12 hours, I'll be dead. But you know, I used to work out with a friend of mine, and he told me that when you do that last weight lift, it's gonna be the heaviest one. Do it anyway, that's the one that's working. Y'all ever heard that before? Yes. That last one that you push up, that's the one that's working. So when you get tired of working on your life and just feel like you want to work some more, do that last push-up. It's working. You're nothing. You're living in an illusion. And for me to be saying this, I'm black and slow. I never mad I'll be saying that. I didn't even know you're supposed to know this. The Father's showing me. I do the silent prayer. When thoughts come down, they pass. When people say and do what they want, it doesn't even move me. I don't even think about it. And that's what's going to happen when you stop thinking. You're going to stop thinking about all this mess. Because they're not from God. And they're not from you. It's just a thought. Because when you think on them, you're going to overreact in the wrong way. You'll call it good or bad. But it's not you. So when the Bible says, when tribulation worketh patience, count it all joy. Count it all joy when you're feeling these things. Because you're going to see that it's not you. And you're going to die. It's going to die. And you'll live. So when pain comes, when people talk about you and life seems rough and you're lonely and you're all this and that, and you count it all joy because you're going to see that that's not you if you work on yourself. Most people think that it is them, and they'll take medication. So 3 people want to have the last word, and then we're done. Now, yes, ma'am. Here and there.
I don't know what to say. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work to be nothing.
It is. But it's funny, but it's true. It's a lot of work to be nothing. Because you're nothing no way. And as soon as you accept it, the freedom you come. So don't try to be good. Don't try to be bad. Don't try to be righteous. Don't try to be a Christian. Don't try to be anything. When you stop trying, you're free. As long as you try, you're enslaved. You don't need to try to be anything. That makes sense?
Yes.
So stay with it.